tackles so far this season. It's the Broncos and the Browns, and it comes your way next.
The Broncos defense ready to go to work here on this Sunday night. And the one we'll be watching is this man at corner.
So many times when he's on the field, you hear announcers like us talk about how calculating he is when he goes for the football. And what they mean, he has a high football IQ, and he eliminates all the errors that could happen and makes big plays as a result.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Holding offense.
And that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller.
Still first down.
Now Chubb running right. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. Now it's Watson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Deshaun Watson, when you think about the toughest quarterbacks in the league to game plan against, he's got to be in your top 5, does he not?
And when you talk about game planning, putting him in the top 5, that's an easy call because he can make every throw. That's not an issue at all. He has great touch delivering the football. But that mobility, that added dimension, when he escapes the pocket and those receivers find their way open, short, medium, and long, he finds the right guy. And last but not least, his toughness. He can stand in the pocket, take a hit, and deliver.
From the red zone now, Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now Watson. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got...
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Jerome Ford, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are on the board first here this afternoon. Back out comes the Bronco defense. They'll start by looking at a 1st and 10 at the 25. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. You look at this Bronco defense. They enter this one number 13, Charles, in the NFL in stopping the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up forward.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage.
The Denver defensive unit back out there. And they're playing with a lead here in this first quarter as this drive gets underway. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
There on the stop. 2 yards on the play. First down.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. He's got the connection to Moore. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Not only was it a double move route, it was the dreaded post corner for any defensive back because you think that he's going all the way to the post in a deep route, and then he breaks it off to the corner. That's hard to flip your hips and get there.
Well, he didn't flip him in time. Big play. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
On first down, Felton. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On second down, here's Watson. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. To throw is Watson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Aaron Browning with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. So this defense, they gave up some yards on this drive. The bottom line. Back out comes the Bronco defense. They've got to defend a very short field. They'll run on first down. Felton, he will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you wanted to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up and
he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. The Denver defensive unit back out there. After the interception, here's Watson. A quick throw there is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Up the middle they go. Felton. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Watson now to throw. That one caught by Felton. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the 1st half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a 1st down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Quick throw completed by Watson. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy...
Back out comes the Bronco defense. They trail here in the 2nd quarter as it's now.
It's showtime, baby.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the Browns will use the 1st of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. On 1st down, Watson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Grant. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on out to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We begin in the AFC West. Bitter rivals.
Halftime up. The Denver defensive unit back out there. And they'll begin by trying to defend a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Watson on first down. Brought in over the middle by Glenn. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And that's a good start right there. This game's changed pretty dramatically in the last few minutes. So now these guys are forced to play from behind here. And that's a positive first step towards claiming this lead right back.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Not able to go anywhere that time, second down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. On 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Back out comes the Bronco defense. They'll try to put together a stop as this drive begins with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3. We have played 3 quarters. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Watson. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
The Denver defensive unit back out there. They'll be looking to be the aggressors here as this drive begins with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 103 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 24 yards the gain there. Another 1st down as well.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Now a give, right side. Felton. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the 1st down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Back out comes the Bronco defense. They'll be looking to get off the field quickly here as this drive begins. 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now Watson. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now a stoppage here for an injury. And oh boy, that looks to be the quarterback, Watson. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. The Denver defensive unit back out there. They've put in a very good shift so far, and this one pretty well in hand. Just looking to finish.
Ready.
Dobbs looking to throw on 1st down. That's going to be taken in by Felton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On play action, it's Dobbs. He's going to let it fly. That is incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Dobbs to throw. Now defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second-half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us. Not so much to the team who led at halftime and now is leaving here, knowing that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.
So for Denver, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.
Back on my ways, missing my girl, I ain't seen her in days. What can I say? I'm out in the baby, trying to get paid. Look what I made. Thousands of people are knowing this Jay. I never change. Can put myself back in that minimum wage. Gotta keep all in this crunch time. Eating these rappers is lunchtime. You the man only sometimes. End your career with a punchline. The industry told me the front lines. You never mind. Getting money in my bloodline. Talking on me mine. Keep with a rip. Don't want to talk if it ain't about a deal. Made a name for me real quick. Ain't gon' stop till my net worth millions. Going to school, I drop down. They try to read when I drive with the top down.
Way to come through, fellas. Let's get it. A lot of energy, a lot of focus out there today. Great job, guys.